Hi everyone, and welcome again to my channel Dacty for You. My name is Tina. Hope you are all doing great. In this video, I'm sharing with you how I turn my leftover turkey into powder. This is the turkey that I'm using, which is already baked. I've taken out the skin from it. This is leftover from my Thanksgiving dinner, and then I'm using the chest part of it. With my knife and chopping board, I'm just cutting the turkey meat into smaller chunks by just doing this. You can just use your chopper or food processor if you prefer. So now what I'm just doing is that I'm just trying to cut them into smaller pieces as much as I can. Transfer the cut turkey into your baking tray or pan, and then in a preheated oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, put it in for an hour, and then bring it out, let it cool down and blend it. So this is an hour later, and then I brought it out. I allow it to cool down, and then I use my blender to just blend it into a fine consistency. So now pour it back into your baking pan and then spread it evenly. Yeah, that is what I'm doing. So here it is. I spread it evenly on my baking pan using my spatula. You can use your hand just to have the feel of it. Now we are sending this back into the oven because it's not very dry. This is how you know when you fold it and it stays like this, it means it's not very dry. I sent it back into the oven, but at this time I set my oven at 225 degrees Fahrenheit and allow it to be in the oven for additional hour. But I was checking on it and then turning it to prevent it from burning. So this is it after an hour. What I'm doing right now is that I'm just spreading it out so that it will cool down. And now you see it's dry, so when you fold it, it's spread out. So I allow it to cool down and then I put it back in my blender. You can use your grinder, your food processor to do this, and then I'm going to just blend it into a very smooth consistency. Yeah, a very smooth powder. So this is it, and now I was just scraping the sides, and then I'll cover it again and blend it for the second time so that I'll get the consistency that I'm looking for. And now it's all done. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm just using my sieve to just sieve it to get the bigger chunks out of it, because I'll be using some part of it in my baby's food. But if you are just using this for an adult, you can just decide to leave everything in like that. But I'll be using part of it for my baby's food, so I didn't want any chunk inside it. So this is it. This is our powder. If you have leftover turkey in your fridge and you don't know what to do about it, do this with it and then use it in your soups, stews, baby food, chili sauce. It goes a long way and it can be kept in the fridge for up to a year. Yes. So thank you all so much for watching. God bless you. Until you meet again, stay safe and stay out of trouble.